Hello and welcome back to our inventory system series. Previously we've been working on our drag and drop functionality. In this episode we're going to finally make it so we can click and drag items from one slot to another and move those around in our own inventories. So let's get started. So before we can handle the on drop functionality of our slots, we first will need to set up the transfer items function for our inventory component. This allows us to transfer items not just between different slots but also between different inventories themselves. So first of all we need to go into our inventory component itself. Okay, and in here we're looking for creating a new function called transfer slots. Okay, and the whole purpose of this is to swap two slots between each other. So transfer slots here we need to have a few bits of information. We need first of all the index that we are transferring from, so we need to call this one the source index, and we also need to know the source inventory component. I've added another two in here, so the second one here will be inventory system, and this will be source inventory, and the last one is an index for which one we're dragging it to, so we're going to be destination index. Now we don't have to give it a destination inventory because this is the destination inventory, so when the one that is running this function is the destination. Okay, so first thing we need to do is from our source inventory we need to drag this out and get the content inside that inventory, because we need to get hold of the particular slot that our source index is referring to. So let's go get that, get a copy, and put the source index in there. Okay, and I'm going to store this as a local variable, and we call it local slot content. Now I'm having to do that because when we start swapping bits around we may lose data. This ensures that we don't lose that data, we're just moving it somewhere temporarily, almost like a middleman. Okay, so next we want to make sure that we are dragging it to a slot we can trust. Okay, so what we're going to do here is we go destination index, we take it down and do less than 0. And put that into a branch. Now destination index refers to the fact that if our index here is blank, we're going to be adding an inventory item to our inventory component. So if we drag it onto an empty slot, we're going to add the item to our inventory. This works especially well when we're looking at different chests and things like that. We can move them about. Don't worry about it too much for now. We'll come back to that moment later when we work on transferring between two different sources. So we're looking at just a false branch here, and on the false branch we're going to take out our local slot content. Oh, get that, and I'm going to break that open to get all of its juicy goodness. And here we've got the item, and we want to check the item inside our index here. Now the reason why we're doing this is because we want to get content. We want to make sure that our items are different. If they're different, we're going to swap them. If they're the same, we're going to try and add them to their slot. So if we've got like 5 sticks and 5 sticks, if I drag 5 sticks onto 5 sticks, that should become a 10 stick slot rather than just swapping them about. So this is what this is going to be doing. So we're going to get the content, and we want to get the destination index, which comes from over here. I can just search for it, get destination index, and I want to do get a copy, and I'll get that in there. We're going to break this one open as well, and then you can compare these two item IDs. So if they're equal, I'm going to put that into a branch, and that goes to the false of that branch there. So again, we're only focused on transferring slots. We're not worried about stacking slots up yet. We'll come to those later. But right now, we're just doing just the transferring. So to handle the transfer, we need to get the inventory component source. source inventory component, which comes from our parameters over here on the function, and you're going to do set array element, and that's going to go from false here down to there. Okay, so the source inventory here won't be the item. We'll get rid of that. This will actually be getting the content of this first. Get content and plugging that into target array. There we go. And the index we want to change here is going to be a source index, so you know which slot we're changing. And we're going to change it to the content on this local inventory system. So we get content here, get a copy of the destination index, put that in there, and then drag that to item there. Now I'm going to do the exact same but for this inventory here. So I'm going to drag out the content from our local variables here, do set array element, plug that in. The index is going to be the destination index, so we know what slot we're putting it in. And the item here is going to be the local slot content. And that's where I said before we have to store it somewhere temporarily, locally here, because this is now different because we just changed it. Okay, that's why we do that. Okay, that'll do. We now need to handle an update section for our transferring here. So on your event graph here, we're going to set up an event dispatcher to help update our inventory. So let's go into creating a custom event, and we call this one MC update. MC for multicast. So let's go to replicates and change that to multicast. And then we will call an event dispatcher. And event dispatchers are down here. You click on new one, and we do on inventory updated. And the purpose of this is like every time we change something about inventory, we're going to call this out, and it tells our later on link our UI to update and refresh itself, so it shows new content, new descriptions, and all that as we're changing it. So yeah, there we go. That's what that is. But we want to make sure this thing is replicated. So go over here to the right hand side, replication, and do replicated, and drag it out and do call. Okay, and hit compile and save. So that's MC update. All we have to do now is go back to our transfer slots, and when we've done this here, this has changed the inventory. So we need to tell our world here that I need to update our inventory. So let's drag out the MC update, put that there, and I also want to do it for the source inventory too. So if I do source inventory component and do the MC update there too, because both had been changed there like so. Hit compile and save that. Now there will be more added to this later on when we handle the true branch of this to add stacks, and also the true branch of this to add to inventory, but we'll handle those as we come to them later on. Hit save and go back to our event graph here on our inventory system component. So this function needs to be called by the server. Okay, so what we need to do is create a event here to handle the transferring of items being called by the clients. So I'm going to call this one server underscore transfer slots. And on the transfer slots here, we're going to make this replicated onto run on server, and then we're going to use our new transfer slots function. And all you can do is just drag each of these pins over here, minus the target of course, to all these over here. Hit compile, save that. Okay, and there we go. So now we're going to add this to our inventory slot. So let's go back to our inventory slot. And on the graph of our inventory slot, we can go to the functions override and do on drop. And this is what gets called when we let go of the mouse over of our slot when we're doing our drag. So in here, we need to first of all get the operation here and cast this to our inventory drag and drop operation. Because we need to get access to the index as well as the inventory component we are dragging from. So as this, we're going to do a simple check to check whether or not our inventory index is the same as this index that we're dragging onto. So we're going to take this out and do index, get content index, and I'm going to make sure this is not equal to the same slot that I've got here. So I'm not swapping with itself, basically. So that'd be this one into there. Okay, that's the first condition. The other condition as well is I want to make sure that I'm not dragging the inventory component onto the same inventory component. Okay, we're not bothered by that. So then we're going to put this into a branch condition, like so. And therefore we can't add the same slot back onto itself. This is very important when we start doing add to slots. Therefore we don't get stacks being created by magically just drag and dropping onto the same slot. It kind of breaks it. Don't want to do that. But there is another condition here in that we do want this to be the case, these two numbers to be true, if the inventory components are different. So let's take this out here and get the inventory component from our drag and drop operation, and we're going to compare it to the one that this slot has connected to it, and these are going to be checking if they're not equal to each other. And for this we're going to be using an OR boolean, so either of these can be true in order for this to work. Okay, drag that across like that, and then we're going to take our inventory component rebel here that's attached to the slot and do our server transfer slots, and we need to plug in the source index, source inventory, and destination index. So the source index, pretty simple, is going to come from this one over here. The source inventory is going to come from over here. And destination index is going to come from our index here. Okay. Then you have to make sure you do tick this box, otherwise it doesn't work. Okay. Hit compile and save this. So that's now going to handle the transferring. We now need to hook up that inventory update, so the inventory refreshes itself on the screen in order for us to see the changes we've made. So let's go over to our inventory grid, go to the graph over here, and at the end of this for each loop we're going to create a binding. So we're going to take this inventory component reference out and do bind event on inventory updated. Put that into completed, and then on the event pin here we do create event, and we're going to create our own matching event, and we'll call this one updated inventory. Okay, so then we want to take this up here and we're going to reconnect it to the rest of this over here too, so it redoes all this work. But before we can redo it, we need to clear the children from the box grid. So we're just going to take this same code here and put that here and connect it up like so. Now this inventory here is going to get called all over the place. We want to make sure that it's only getting played on the owning client. So go over to replicates and change this to owning client here. Hit compile and save that. Okay, so then we're going to go and test this out, and let's go to our bigger screen here, and we'll pick up the apple, check out inventory, and there it is. I can click and drag it around. I can drop it onto a slot and it updates and moves it to that slot. If I close and reopen it, it'll be in the slot here. Okay, there we go. And there we have it. We've now got drag and drop functionality in our game. Next, we're going to start work on our inventory containers. These are our special chests or containers around the world which have their own inventory, which we can then pilfer and loot for ourselves. You can watch that next episode right now over on patreon.com/Ryan Laley, where they're made available to all my patrons early before everyone else. Thank you to all my patrons and YouTube members for their continued support. you're watching this and you're not yet subscribed to the channel, subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye everyone.